Hey guys, it's Cthulthu here. So here I am at Runespan. It's an update that Jagex released today, and I've been here for a couple of hours, and so far I found it to be very good experience for runecrafting, and a quite enjoyable game because of how effortless it is. So firstly, in terms of experience, all the guys that I'm around right now on this platform are all level 90 plus runecrafting. So this is in terms of our level, but we're getting roughly 60k experience per hour by getting by siphoning off these soul SRAF NPCs, and also the various nodes that appear on this platform as well. So 60k experience an hour, in other words 1k experience per minute, and you can probably see that from the floating experience because I get it quite fast. In fact, judging by the floating experience and how fast I get the experience, it kind of feels like it's more than 1k an hour, 1k a minute, but yeah, it's roughly 1k a minute, probably because I'm not doing it as fast and as properly as I should be. But definitely there's the ability to get more than 60k an hour. I would say you could get roughly about 80 an hour with this. And then let's see. So the way it works, the way you're going to be getting the majority of your experience is by siphoning the NPC and these nodes. The NPCs do give less experience than the nodes, so whenever a node appears, it's probably best to siphon from it because it's probably going to give you more experience in the long run. Eventually you'll get familiar with what nodes will give you what experience. Every time I see a pile of skulls, I know that's already going to be a good node regardless of what type of skull it is. Sometimes you get bloody skulls, sometimes you get living, sometimes you get undead. And all three of those I know are great nodes to be siphoning off. But when there are no nodes, then you'll just be siphoning off the NPCs. And the NPCs, whatever NPC you see in an area, that NPC will always be in that area. So we have 2 souls on this platform right now, and I know that there will always be 2 souls here. So this is the best platform for me and for the highest level runecrafters out there. Now, it's also very effortless. This is definitely comparable to fishing and woodcutting. When you think of woodcutting, you're cutting a tree like a magic tree. You click it once, and then you can do whatever you pretty much want to for a couple of minutes or so. And when you come back, you know, you will have got a decent amount of experience, and the tree will probably be down, in which case you'll have to find a new tree to start woodcutting. This is the exact same. So you think of this NPC as your tree, you click it once, you get whatever experience you can get from it. The NPC will probably be there for about a minute before collapsing, and when it does collapse, then you move on to the next NPC like you would move on to the next tree. So if I was to put it in even more simple terms, I would say that in an hour you need to click the screen 60 times for 60 different NPCs for each minute of that hour, and you will get 1k experience for that hour. I mean, in reality, it is a bit more than that because you are going to be looking for these modes, for these nodules, and nodes rather, and yeah, you'll want to click them whenever they appear. So really, you won't be just concentrating on 60 NPCs in an hour. You'll also be looking for the nodes as well. That nebula, by the way, that was not worth the experience. I think it's exactly the same as you get from the Soul S-Wraith, so I just stuck onto it. For lower levels, obviously, it must be worth it. If you can't siphon off the Soul S-Wraith, then a lot more nodes are worth it than they are for me right now. Also, another thing about this whole game, I love the environment. I especially love the lower level environment. It's like the Citadel grass kind of environment. I like that kind of spring environment. The redstone, not as much. I don't like these darker environments as much, but it doesn't really matter at the end of the day. What I really loved though was the background. I mean, you can imagine being like a satellite in the atmosphere of Earth, and looking down, and this is what you would see. I mean, you see the clouds in the distance over there, and then you see the blue ocean below, and yeah, I love the background. It makes you feel like you are in the atmosphere, and you're overlooking the RuneScape planet, as you might call it, whatever it's actually called in this game. For some reason, after 10 years of playing this game, I still don't know what it's called. Is it called Glenanor or something like that? Something like that, I think. Anyway, so yeah, I like the environment, I love the minigame. If you're going to want to get 99 runecrafting, this is the place to come. It's so easy that you'll probably get 99 runecrafting within a couple of weeks, if not just a little bit more. And yeah, 99 runecrafting has gone from being one of the hardest skills in the game to now one of the easiest, comparable to fishing and woodcutting, and pretty much any other skill that's as easy as that, like fletching and crafting and all the rest of it. If anything, this is probably less clicks than rune crafting. No, sorry, than fletching and crafting. So probably easier. So that's how easy rune crafting has become with this game. I think I mentioned everything. If you are looking for a guide on how to do all this, this mini game, don't bother looking for a YouTube video. Don't bother asking people questions. Just play the in-game tutorial. The tutorial tells you everything. It is a very simple game to understand, so the tutorial will help you in every way. And also, it's a step-by-step tutorial, so you know it'll give you a block of text that you'll have to read, unfortunately. But then you'll actually have to do it in practice, and yeah, it helps. You know, doing that, having to do it. Giving you practical experience rather than just having to read a block of text and hope you understand it. So yeah, the in-game tutorial is very good, so make sure you use it to understand how to play this game. For once, we've finally finished. Finally, an NPC. There we go. So yeah, it's not often that there's no activity on a platform, because there's plenty to be doing. Once again, the nebula, I don't think it's worth it. You know what, I'm just going to do it anyway, and I'll show you the floating experience. There you go, 64 experience there. I think it can go up to 100 with this one, but yeah, it's just not worth doing. I think it might actually be a bit more accurate in terms of getting a proper runes from the nebula than from the soul wraith, but I haven't worked that out yet. And also in terms of rewards, just to briefly touch on them. Of course, this game only just came out a few hours ago, so we don't know much about the rewards just yet, apart from the descriptions that are on the Runescape website. So if you want to see the descriptions and see some of those new items, just go into the knowledge base on the Runescape website. But otherwise, just give it a couple of days before we can really talk about the rewards. And I will definitely make a follow-up video, either in a vlog or a standalone video. And I'll talk about the rewards. Obviously, depending on how much I have to say, it'll be on one of the other type of videos. And yeah, I'm going to work towards 25k tokens myself, and then think about getting the best stuff. That is a reward, and see, you know, what it does. I'm hoping it has a nice, you know, a magic attack damage bonus, as well as other things. But yeah, we'll have to see what it does. I'm looking forward to getting it. So that's all I have to say of this update. Thanks for watching, guys. If you want to get 99 rune crafting, this is the place to be. See you until next video.